So the next question is about integral healing. And integral healing involves number of things. It means basically we have to re-establish the balance. So there are two ways of looking at it. One is that finally it is the grace that cures. This we must remember. But then it is very difficult for a human being in his totality to have this kind of a unflinching faith in grace. So what we need is we need some kind of support. Not that it is necessary. One has to see for oneself. So what is the support? Sometimes the doctor comes as support. Old time doctors, when so many diseases were not known, they came, held your hand, touched your head and said, you will be all right. And you got all right. What did he give you? Pink mixture with 6 little matras, or a green mixture and you were all right. APC powder and you were all right. Now modern doctors, yes, stay there, go for this corona test first, then you come to me. This is how life has become. It's not anybody's fault. Life is organized like that. So doctors no more carry that kind of instrumentality. Now it has been transferred to medicine. So it's not the doctor. Earlier the doctor, medicines were very few. Even when I graduated, there was one antibiotic only, doxycycline, ledramycin, tetracycline. Later on, ampicillin came. It was regarded as, oh my God, don't use it on everybody. Huh? People, bacteria will get resistant. Now you have all kinds of antibiotics. So there is a transfer of power from the doctor to the medicine. So now people depend on the medicine. This medicine, that medicine. You must be seeing corona protocol, whether to use ivermectin or not, with this medicine or that medicine. And people are so dependent. They want to know. Somebody has already given them medicine. They want to confirm from another doctor, is this medicine all right? Will it help? Will it not help? Then after some time, the cycle is turning in another way. Medicine means all medicines. Homeopathy, allopathy, something which is external. Why? Because it gives you the faith that you will be all right. Now medical research is turning full circle. So what is the full circle? They are saying, no, actually, the problem is with your immunity and your genes. Now where are genes? Within you. Where is immunity? Within you. So now it is turning towards whether it be tumors or whether it be inflammatory problems, whether it be infections. Largely we are going back to the immune system. Immune system is heavily dependent upon our thoughts, attitudes, etc. So the integral healing means that we can take something outwardly, but we should know that it is not this cures. The state of mind in which I am in is very important. Whether I am open to higher things or not is important. Faith has a big factor in healing. Will to be. There are people who have nurtured a will to die in their life. And when they fall ill, they have a tendency to succumb. So will to live. So when will the will to live come? When we have to look forward to something. So always, again, the aim of life helps. So will to be, faith. Then there are things which create beautiful conditions for healing, which is, one of them is peace, quietude. So that's why it's advised that when you are not well, half a day, just stay in quietude. It's very good for healing. But of course, if we have never practiced peace and quietude, half a day will be miserable because, we are not accustomed to peace and quietude. We'll be more disturbed. So, peace, quietude, faith, these are healing forces, just drawing upon forces of harmony, imagining light coming from above and healing, cleansing. Imagination is a wonderful power we don't use because we say whatever you are imagining is unreal. As if this world is the only real thing because our senses show it. Just because it's a collective trap, so we think it is real. But if the senses have organized, we all experience the same way because nature is organized. To another sense, the world will appear very different. To a divine sense, to a spiritual sense, it will appear very different than what we see. But we think it is real, imagination is unreal. On the contrary, there are things to which we are glued and tied by the senses. But imagination can open a door towards that which we don't see. For instance, mother's light. So ordinarily we'll say, but it's all imagination. No, it's that we cannot perceive it. A person who has occult vision, Kapali Shastri would see the mother as a flame of white light moving on the terrace. There were people who could see around the mother the play of lights. Even a body used to change. Now, you see, we can't see it, so we think it's not existing, not realizing that we are trapped by the senses into a constant impact. See what is happening, what we call as real. There is an impact of information, it comes in various forms of energy. That's all. And the nature has evolved us in such a way that we give a form. And in the form, the mind fills it meanings. It brings in all kinds of intents which may not be there at all. And all this we call as a human being and we judge. But what is happening really? We don't know truth. So, because of this trap, this prison of the senses, we are deprived of many things which are there, which we don't have access to. So, one of the ways is by the power of imagery. Imagery, image, imagination, they all come from that. So, what is a very good imagery is, Sri Aurobindo says, there is an ocean of light and peace above your head. So, a typical hardcore rationalist caught up in the senses will say, but I don't see any ocean. There was a person who said like that when he read a letter of Sri Aurobindo that always behave as if the mother is looking at you because she is always present. So he says, but where is she? I don't see. Yes, you don't see because you have never tried to see. But there are things which we may not immediately see. Start with this faith. When a doctor says there is coronavirus, we can ask, have you seen it? Somebody has seen it in some lab and you have faith in that scientist. But you don't have faith in another kind of scientist who says it's a vibration. Sri Aurobindo says it's a vibration with some kind of a bad will and a suggestion. That's what illnesses are. So bad will, it is a cause of illness. So good will cures. Keep people around you who will tell you that you will be fine. Stay away from people who will, the moment they see you ill and they'll say, oh my God, you have, I cannot forget a sight in my life as a child. I had hematuria because of, blood in the urine because of stone. So, urine, he said, get a urine sample and show to the doctor. First impression of oh my God, there is so much blood. No, you take him to Kolkata. I was in a village. I cannot forget that sight. The kind of expression that he gave was that death sentence has been written on me. So my father had the usual formula. He came home. With tears, he kept me in front of Ramji, said, take care of this child. You have given, I still remember his prayer. You have given this child to me, you take care. And I remembered it helped, everything was cured, nothing was required. So this is a kind of way of life. So doctor is living in a world of physical reality. My dad is living in a world of spiritual realities. Ramji was real to him. And hence Ramji comes and cures. If somebody asks, but where is Ramji? It's only a murti. This is the problem of modern mind, that it has lost touch with realities which were accessible to a early humanity. Now, all right, we have gone into this curve. We have to go further and reclaim those reality in a big way. So, to become conscious of the divine presence, to become conscious that there is, in fact, if Sri Aurobindo says there is an ocean of light and peace, he knows about it. So what do? We just sit quietly and say, peace, peace, light, light, peace. Do it for 1 month, 2 months. After that, you will see you will have an excess like this. Initially, you will not find anything. And you have to, there is a way of calling, you are calling peace. So don't say, peace come, peace come. So peace will say, what are you doing, man? So say, peace, 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 peace in the mind, peace in the thoughts, peace in the eyes, peace in the sight, peace in the ears, peace in the hearing, peace in the throat, peace in the voice, peace in the heart, peace in the lungs, peace in the breath, peace in the heartbeat, peace in the abdomen, peace in the limbs. Very hurriedly, but see, just call the word peace, peace, peace. After some time, you will see that whenever there is any such challenge, you don't have to call much. Peace will become a very good friend. Even if you have a person called Shanti in your neighborhood, you call Shanti, this peace will come. Because he is closer. And keep such names of children. We keep such complicated names. Keep names, your peace. House, give names everywhere you see peace. Right outside the bathroom. Pe- Put a little message. Peace unto those who enter here. See, you must have seen when you enter the ashram, you see it's written silence. So it's a very powerful thing. So whenever I used to work in the center, so we had taken the same thing and put it there. And when people are disturbing, just point out toward that. It has an impact. So this message should come from every side. Your life should be so much filled with peace that you can have a pact with your partner, husband, wife, or whoever, and say, before we fight, we'll say peace 3 times. Every 5 minutes, the other person will remind peace. So, peace, 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 light. Peace is tremendously healing. Just because he is readily available, so you don't value. You have to pay some money, go to a doctor who will give you a formula and some complicated mantra. This mantra will heal me. This is how we are, because we don't believe that things can be free. Thus, see, that's what recently I was reading, that a person who came out of the corona said, I am so surprised that God gave oxygen and everything free, but here, ventilator, they charge me so much money. It is same air which is being pumped. The machine is charging money. So, some of the best things in life, the divine has abundantly given us everything for our health, everything that is needed to lead a beautiful life. But we as human beings have spoilt it by the mind, by the greed, by the vital, by fancies. If we can remember that life can be simple, beautiful, as the mother says, with which we can stop, life can be very simple, beautiful, grand if we turn our thoughts to the divine grace and know that its power is beyond any limits. So to turn to the grace rather than to the difficulties. Another very interesting thing with regard to the illness, because of paucity of time, I am not going into number of examples, but if we stress on the difficulty tends to increase. Whatever you give attention to, that will increase. It's the law of life. Say every day that I am not well, and you will see that 6th day you will be not well. Say every day that I am healthy, I am well. I am well. All is well. And you see that after some time, life will be well. It will be so beautiful. So every day to only let our thoughts, instead of, oh, I have an illness, I have an illness. No, it's okay. Illness is fine. Now illness has given you an opportunity. If you are in room, divert your mind to anything. Watch some nice programs. Do something which you have always wanted to do. Don't let the mind be focused on illness. One of the tremendous, most helpful things I have found is reading Savitri or listening to Savitri. And Sri Aurobindo said it has a healing power in it. The mother has said. So just reading Savitri, just letting it play in the atmosphere, it helps because it heals. It has that vibration. It is in mother's voice. And if we start leading life like this, it's very simple. You don't have to spend money. Life becomes beautiful, simple, grand, wonderful, joyous, happy. March towards the infinite.